What's up, guys? So today we got the legendary Marshall Faulk, 96 overall running back, 5'10", 94 speed, 98 agility, 93 ball carry, 97 juke, 82 truck, 94 carry, 96 excel, and 98 elusiveness. Reminded me a lot of a signature Reggie Bush, but Faulk is one of the most, if not the most, elusive back in the game. As you can see, very tough to tackle in the open field. The only difference between him and Reggie Bush, of course, is that he is just a little bit stronger. He'll tend to break a few more tackles than Reggie Bush will. As you can see right here, bounce off that guy and then just go forward for a few more yards. Something Reggie Bush won't do too often. So Marshall Faulk is definitely a bit tougher than Reggie Bush. Right here, this was fun. You know, because he's so elusiveness, or because he's so elusive, he can definitely stop on a dime and just take off in the other direction, which is always fun to do. Something you can't really do with a power back. Right here, you should not run him up the middle too often unless you see like a really big gap. Then take it up the middle. Otherwise, just bounce it to the outside. That's where you're gonna get the most out of him. Like I said, if you're really good with juking, then he's gonna fit your scheme. You know, because he does have just I think it was like 97 juke, so that's always nice. Hands, I was not worried about. I believe he had like 91 catch and 88 route running, so of course he's gonna be very dependable in the passing game. I think he was a 93 overall at receiver. Of course, I don't recommend putting him at receiver too often because if you make him run and catch and pass or catch and he's just gonna get tired more often. So you really don't want that from your running back. So don't overuse him because then you might not get the most out of him. But like I said, very dependable in the pass games, in the pass game. So don't worry about that. Right here, his carry rating was 94. He did not fumble a single time for me, and he took some big hits from some big time players, man. And he did not fumble. That's very impressive. Of course, I'm not saying he won't fumble. I'm just saying it's not something that you should worry about. So if you have problems fumbling, with running backs, you should probably check out Marshall Faulk. He's not someone that I see fumbling. This right here happened a bit too often, though. Of course, he did not break the first tackle very often. More often than Reggie Bush, but not as often as say like a power back. That's my one complaint with him. I was never a fan of elusive backs. As some of you may know, I don't like playing with just these fast receiving backs because that first tackler is just usually will bring you down. But so if you want to avoid that, the juke and spin stick, it's going to be all up to you whether or not you miss that first tackler. Like right there, if you want to get past the first tackler, it's going to be all up to you whether or not you can juke or spin past them. Most of the time, of course. And right here, that speed, man, he's got great speed. If he gets in the open field, like right here, you're going to see once he's gone, he is gone. It's very tough to catch him. Very unlikely that he's going to get caught. So very, very good attribute there. Like I said, this right here is fun. That's just fun to do. Stopping on a dime and taking off in the other direction. Always fun to do. So, you know, I'm not saying just in my opinion, I don't think I really do not think he's a top five back. But that's just my opinion, though. Everybody has their own opinion. But if you like fast, elusive backs, man, he is absolutely going to fit your scheme. Anyways, guys, that's going to be the end of this review. My final thoughts: do I think he's worth 350,000? I do not, but that's because earlier today he was going for like 410,000, and now he's only going for 340. So in the span of one day, he dropped almost 70,000, which is a lot. So I can only see his price dropping even further. When I played with him, I did not see anything spectacular. I did not see anything amazing. He didn't really do anything that blew my mind. He reminded me, like I said, a lot of that signature Reggie Bush. He reminded me a lot of him, and you know, if you're used to these power backs, like like the Adrian Peterson, the Chris Ivory, the Steven Jacksons, or players like that, I don't know if he would fit your scheme that well. But of course, if you like the elusive backs like Reggie Bush and so on, of course, then he would fit your scheme. Like I said, don't expect him to break many first tackles. He will break some, of course, but he won't break them as often as others would. So just keep that in mind. He does only have 68 strength, as you can see. So like I said, he's not going to fight for many yards as often as some power backs will. So if you really want to get him but you can't afford him, definitely just wait a few days. Like I said, his price is just dropping. It's just plummeting. I'm not sure why, but that's the truth of it. But anyways, guys, like I said, that's gonna be it for now, man. My next review might not be coming out till Tuesday because tomorrow I'm not gonna be home all day, so you guys might have to wait till Tuesday for my next review. But until then, man, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you boys later. Peace.